Hi guys, welcome to episode 48 of the M&T podcast. 48? Yeah.
48.
Almost at 50. It's coming. We're ready. In this week's episode,
We're not ready.
Yeah,
We're definitely not ready.
In this week's episode, we talk about many things, but it's overarched with fitness, farts, and
Formentera.
Oh,
the triple F. People have been waiting for that.
They have indeed. So
farts, farts and what?
Fitness.
Farts, fitness, and Formentera.
Yeah.
It's not the name of the pod.
No.
But never
Anyway. We do hope you enjoy. Thank you always for listening. Listen out for the emoji to send
the
to us.
The emoji this week is so good.
There's a very big question for you, so listen in and let us know what you think. So I guess we'll see you in the episode.
See you in the episode. Alright, Sunshine.
Hello, Puppet.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and Tiffler.
Hello. What?
To episode 48 of the M&T podcast. That, Tiffler, is 2 away from 50.
That's pretty bloody close.
Getting there, aren't we?
Yeah, that means we're close to Pikes, and that scares me a little bit.
It does, scares me a little. But today's pod, we are recording on a Sunday night. We are all over the place with our timings.
Yeah, we're bad people.
I don't think we are bad people because we still get it done. Some of them get out later than others, but we are recording on Sunday night. This is, at least the audio version, is going out Monday morning.
At the right time.
The video for YouTube watchers is Monday afternoon. It's going out. But that's because we've been out and about today.
Out and about, yeah. It's like 9 p.m, 9:15 on a Sunday, and I'm opening a bottle of rosé.
You are. So this is a bit of a late one. But that's because, as we say, we've been out and about. We have left the island today.
Yeah,
we left Ibiza.
We went on a little hollybob.
We did. Oh, nice.
That was a good one.
I didn't think we were going to get a pop there.
We've got a classic bottle of Los Molinos from Eroski.
It's the most commonly drunk bottle of rosé in all 48 episodes.
They have this in... I'd said about this, remember?
Did you just talk through the pouring sound that everybody...
Do yours.
People, like, this is what people tune in for.
Sorry.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
What were you saying?
They sell it in Aldi or Lidl in the UK for like £6.
That's €1.79 here. Or 89, something like that. Anyway, it's under €2. Cheers, my love. That was a crap. There you go.
I'm scared of breaking these glasses, but I know they won't. So
they're very pretty glasses, though. So, how was your little one-day hollybob today?
it was very, very nice. We went to Formentera for the day.
We did. For anybody who isn't familiar, Formentera is a neighbouring island, is one of the other Balearic Islands. It's about 45-minute boat journey.
Yeah.
Half an hour to 45 minutes, depending on
About that.
conditions and the boat, and how fast said skipper fancies going.
Skipper.
But it was good, right?
Yeah, it was very nice. The weather was glorious today. I'm pretty sure it hit 30 degrees. And yeah, we went over to the island. We got ourselves a couple of mopeds and we drove around to different beaches. We had a late lunch.
We had lunch at 4 p.m. today.
I think it's called like Pamela's or something similar.
I can't remember the name of the place.
Pamela's. Anyway, so we went there, we had lunch.
How do you feel about having a 4 p.m. lunch?
Well, I was a bit peckish by then, if I'm honest.
That's totally out of our normal routine.
I don't eat breakfast.
Well, exactly. I did today. I had a little tostada before we...
Yeah, we started our day with a tostada at Can Cosme in town in Santa Ilaria.
Yeah, it's been a full day out.
Proper day out.
But we're committed to the pod, so we've come home and immediately we both had showers to get rid of the sand.
Yep, put my house dress on.
Been on 3 different beaches today and straight to the pod. But yeah, lovely day. And Formentera is really, really nice.
Yes, very, very nice. It made us want to get out a bit more than we have been in the past few weeks. So we're going to do that a bit more, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, the weather's getting so good now. And the days are properly drawn out. So it's 9:15 now. It's still like blue skies outside. It's not Yeah.
When you close
It's
curtains,
not raging sunshine, but it's still daylight, which is nice.
Yeah, lovely.
So it just feels summery. So we're saying, we want to get out a little bit more and see other parts of the island and go to other beaches and coves and adventures and stuff.
Yeah,
so
that would be really nice.
Good.
Yeah. How's the rest of your week been?
I think a bit of a funny old week. Quite a good week. I think again we've been quite disciplined during the week in gym sessions, and we've both skipped 1 or 2 this week. But generally speaking, like I feel good about
Monday to Thursday dinner time was solid.
Yeah.
After dinner, that's where it all went a bit.
Well, we felt the weekend vibes and we enjoyed.
We did. It did feel weekend vibey on Thursday. So we
just had some. Yeah.
We had a fair few drinks.
We did.
2-person party at home.
We do like a 2-person party, and do you know what I've realised?
That sounds so dodgy.
No, it is. It's just you and me. No one else comes round, and we just sit and just have a laugh together.
Yeah, that's quite funny.
Our weakness, I have learned, is
putting a musical on.
Musicals.
Yeah, because we drink, we sing, then you're like, I can play that on the piano, and then you go and play it, and then we drink some more, sing some more.
You said at some point on Thursday afternoon that you would like, because we like to sit down and watch something of an evening together, you were like, let's watch The Dirt.
Yes.
Which is the film of the story of Motley Crue.
Yeah, like
which is
biopic.
It's on Netflix, I think.
And it's, if you haven't seen it, please watch it. It is incredible.
And it's really, really good, and it's quite party vibe-ish, and it's music and
music,
stuff.
Yeah.
And as we got to the end of that, we were obviously then talking about Rocket Man, the Elton John film, and Bohemian Rhapsody, the Freddie Mercury film. So we were like, well, why don't we watch Bohemian Rhapsody? So we did, which then opens another bottle of wine, and we sort of just
carried on.
But as you say, then it turns into, can you play that on the piano? And I go, I don't know yet, let's see. And then
another bottle of wine.
Then another bottle. Yeah, and it just turned into a little 2-person party. But that's what we do.
It was a lot of fun.
We do have a lot of fun.
And we went out for a nice, we had a date night.
We did. How was that?
It was really nice, because even you booked the table, and I don't normally do that.
I booked the table, I
refused to call them, but you booked the table via social media.
Yeah. If I can't book a place via social media, then I'm not booking a place.
But it was nice because you booked the table, and we actually kind of got a bit dressed up.
Yes.
I put earrings in.
I know. I wore a blazer.
Yeah. And it was just us, and it was nice. And we went and had some Mexican food and some margaritas really good, and some yumminess.
We realised, I think it's other than sort of barbecues and things, it's the first time this year we've been out for an evening meal together.
Yeah, it is, yeah. First time
a lot of people probably
Christmas.
think that, or probably see, we tend to go on quite a lot of lunches together. We do go to nice places, and we have barbecues and stuff, which are often in the evenings and things. But what with all the different rules and restrictions and curfews, that was our first opportunity in 2021 for you and I to go out
for dinner,
for an evening meal together, and it was really nice.
It was lovely. And then we went to another bar and had some more drinks, and we saw some friends there, and we came home and had some more drinks. Yeah,
like I say, it's just been a long weekend of us just enjoying ourselves.
It's been a long, really, really nice weekend though.
Yeah,
it has been lovely. But yeah, the balance is just a tiny bit off for me.
Just a little off.
So I need to get that back in this week, and that's my plan.
Good. And what does that involve then? What does a good week next week look like for you?
Actually going to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm just going to have to do my get up and go thing, which I haven't been doing. I think since after our birthdays, I've not been great.
You're not been as driven and as disciplined as you usually are.
Yeah, so I just want to...
You've still been doing it, but just not... Yeah,
I've done it. I've just not been... I haven't been tracking. I've tracked 6 out of 7 days of food, and I've not done the last day, and just left it and stuff like that. So I know I need to be better for a couple of weeks until we go to Pikes, and then I'll just throw it all out the window.
Yeah, and then we'll go completely off the rails.
See you later. Yeah, one of my...
Well, we've already said, haven't we, that post Pikes, we're then going to have a really good, similarly, post New Year, when you sort of have a bit of a milestone moment where you can go,
I've had my fill.
Yeah, now I'm going to really focus again, because this is the thing. We have been good. We have been. You look at it. We're now approaching June, and there's not been a week since New Year where we haven't, most of the time, done all of our workouts, gone on walks every day,
definitely.
eaten really well. Sure, we do have
got all my steps in this week and stuff. It's not
well,
like
we didn't
I'm
think we were going to get
shit.
all of our steps in today, but because we thought, well, we're just heading over there and going to go lie on a beach, but we did. So we still find a way to get our things done.
Yeah.
But like you say, we're just going to tip it back in the.
We don't have any visitors booked in yet, do we? Till like July.
Well, that's the thing. At the moment, June looks like the weather will be lovely, so we'll probably do some barbecues and things like that. But it's going to be a fairly get our workouts done.
For sure.
Plenty of
That would
walks,
be
plenty
really
of hikes,
good. Yeah.
plenty of bike rides and stuff.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to it. That'll be really good. And you have been out on the bike this week. You went on a mega ride.
I did my biggest ride since I got to Ibiza this week. Just over 50 kilometres, 52, 53 kilometres.
How was that?
Hard work. I didn't mean to go that far, but I was just sort of enjoying myself. The weather was perfect for it because it was blue skies but not too hot. And I was kind of just enjoying the view, the roads, and the fact that I felt good. So I was like, for as long as you're feeling good, just kind of keep going.
And I think that like kind of stems into this whole balance thing and why we're happy to have like nights where we drink or eat other food, because we're actually both in quite a good place. We've obviously dropped about the same amount of weight each, haven't we?
I am the lightest right now that I've been in 6 years.
Yeah. So like we don't really have a goal, and I think that might be part of the reason that I'm just hovering, because I'm actually kind of happy being kind of maintenance-y.
Yeah, you're at where you were aiming to be when you kind of started getting back into this.
Yeah.
So it's like
maybe
you need
not
the
today,
new goal.
but like yesterday.
You need the new goal.
Yeah, I need
the next thing.
The next thing. And that's fine. Like when you're happy with where you are, it kind of shows in everything. You don't have to be so strict because you're happy where you are. So if you can stick to maintenance and, have a few more calories here and there, or skip this workout because it's not the most important thing in your life right now, so be it, So, like, I just think if you're happy, then...
Well, that's it. It's finding that balance, that sort of happy
if it
medium.
now went the other way and, like, we both start putting on weight again, and then...
Well, then you
we
really have gone the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly. So right now we're doing okay. So
we're doing
it's not bad then.
And this is it. I think we need to cut ourselves a bit of slack here. We're approaching I'm approaching 5 months of being on the most disciplined sort of health kick I've ever been on.
Mine will be
yours
almost
is about
7.
six or 7.
Yeah.
And
I started end of November.
But we are now approaching the time of the year where potentially priorities and focuses and things do change. I mean, for God's sake, we live in Ibiza. The weather's amazing. I'm not always going to be going, well, no, I'm going to sit in and have a salad. That's not what I moved to Ibiza for.
But we also did say that we don't want to, like...
I don't want to fuck it up.
Yeah, you don't want to lose weight in the winter and then put it all on in the summer.
So I think you're absolutely right, is that... Well, firstly, I think I'm right in saying we should cut ourselves a bit of slack.
Yes,
and I think you're right in saying appreciate how far we've come already. And so as long as you don't fuck it up,
yeah.
Right? So maybe the goal is to never be over a certain weight again or something, or to avoid getting to a certain weight again.
Yeah, I know where mine is.
Like I probably in my head know what mine would be. I still want to do more to get lower, but it's that maintenance, like you say. It's being in that happy sort of bracket.
I think it's like a 3 kilo bracket where you can be like, I'll be from here to here, and that's okay. But if I tip over, then
you're no longer happy.
You're no longer in that place where you want to be, because you can't just say stop weighing yourself, because that's not something I can do.
Well, no, you need. I mean, I don't
randomly get on the scales in the middle of the day.
I do massively agree with what people say, which is like, don't get too heavily focused or driven by the number on the scale.
No, of course, I know that.
But I agree with you. You need something. You need something that is a number that goes, okay, am I happy with where that's at? But I do know also, and we both end up, this has happened to us before, is that number does start to mean less because putting muscle on.
Yeah, but also, like, I'm wearing these dresses that didn't fit.
Yeah.
Like, and I was even said today, I was like, oh, I've got this thing that I've not worn in a while. I bet that fits now. And
those are better.
That's
goals.
so much better. And
Yeah.
because when I check in with my coach each week, it's like, what achievements did you make, or have you noticed any differences? And a lot of the time I write, oh, this piece of clothing fits again, or actually I felt skinny in these trousers where normally I feel like they don't fit quite right, or something like that. And clothes are the best way. Clothes do not change. You know, like, especially that dress, like, because it's fitted in a way. Like, if that fits and I'm just like, oh, well, then that's a happy weight.
Yeah.
Like, that's a completely
and that's
happy
the thing.
weight.
I think if people put more, including us, put more onus on celebrating those like sort of wins rather than what the number tells you.
Oh, for sure. That's why I have to do like, I do like a 5-point check-in. Photos, measurements, my weight, and then obviously all of like, and checking up on like how clothes fit and stuff like that. So
yeah, there's those. I mean, even little things like, how good do you feel on the beach today?
Yeah.
Compared to a year ago when you were on the beach.
Yeah.
Like, it's little things like that sometimes people, including us, forget to sort of celebrate those sorts of wins because the number on the scales didn't tell me what I wanted it to tell me.
Yeah, it's
because I joked the other day that I weighed myself and then I went for a wee.
Yeah.
Because I always weigh myself in the morning, but I got up and I weighed myself straight away.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, no. I always weigh myself after my morning wee. Turns out, I have quite heavy wee. At least.
Oh, you always have to weigh afterwards.
Well, this is what I'd forgotten. So when I got on the scale, I was a bit like, I probably expected it slightly different. Then I remembered, go have a wee.
Yeah.
So I had my wee, went back and weighed myself. And it is funny how much of a difference. But how stupid is that?
It is funny.
If you're that bothered about the number, how different it can be just simply based on, have you had your wee or not?
I am weird though, because like I get on this scale before I get into bed.
I don't know why you do that.
Because it gives me an inkling to what it's going to be in the morning. And it's just...
Does that help you sleep?
It's just numerical in my head. I'm just like, okay.
Well, that's okay for you.
Like,
but
I'm not like hell bent on it. Like, I don't really worry about the scale weight, especially at night. I'm just like...
No, you just like the number.
I just do it.
It's
like a routine.
You are motivated by tracking numbers.
And like
you always have been.
Yeah, exactly. And like you say, like, it's the difference between me being okay wearing a bikini on the beach in a swimming costume.
Yeah.
If I'm in a swimming costume, you know, unless I'm like wearing a fancy one and going to a beach club or something, you always know where my confidence level is at by what I wear on the beach. Yeah. So yeah.
I think another indicator for you is the amount of, or the frequency in which you put pictures of yourself on your Instagram.
I told my coach that once.
It's because it's increased a lot recently. There is clearly I
feel better.
And a feeling of confidence because you have put pictures of you up for when you're in the gym or when you're getting ready to go out somewhere and things, and it's just little things like that, which is good. I mean, it shows you're doing really well. I think the other day I was just very quickly looking at the comments that people give you on your photos, and people are obviously very complimentary. People think that you're doing really well, and you are, and obviously that feels good.
Oh yeah,
and
of course,
it's good. You should be really proud. You've done
and
really well.
you've never been so committed to anything apart from our relationship, but
even that's questionable.
But like, you never liked the gym before. It wasn't something that you
Do you know what?
enjoyed doing.
It's having our own. Firstly, I've never had this amount of time to invest in myself ever.
That is very true.
So I have the ability to say day on day, I have the, like, if I don't get it done in the morning, I can still get it done in the afternoon.
Yes.
And I'm not governed by the crazy kind of life schedule that I used to have. But then on top of that, and I stand by this, it's the best investment we made at this house that you decided to do. I have my own space to do it because I don't like gyms. Gyms just piss me off.
But also,
if I had to, even with the amount of free time that I have to myself now,
if you had to go to a gym,
even if the gym was over the road, I wouldn't go as often as I do because it's our own space.
No, like,
it's my stuff. It's my space.
Yeah, which is really nice. And like, our closest gym is in town, like just over like the bridge to Santa Hilaria, but it's not that far away. But it is the effort of going. You have to pack your bag. You got to have a drink. You got like with
exactly
you.
Here I can roll out of bed and just go out there.
Well, exactly, and you can come back in and pick up what you've forgotten. Like I leave my skipping rope inside, or my iPad where I fill in my workouts.
Like your headphones have run out of battery, so like it's not that big. So nothing can like derail you or put you off going because
sometimes the wind's blowing in the wrong direction.
Well, you're worse than I am. That if the weather's bad, you don't go to the gym.
I don't go out there in the fucking rain.
I do.
Fuck off.
I quite like working out in the rain.
It's disgusting. How dare you? No.
No, I quite like it.
I think your workouts are different though. You can basically keep your workouts under the umbrella.
Yeah, most of them, I can actually. Because I'm pretty stationary. I don't do all these stupid lunges and shit. I don't walk up and down.
But you don't like use the rig and like...
I use the rig for like twice in a whole week.
Yeah, exactly. I use it. Yeah, I think there's a lot more stuff that I can't keep under a parasol that you put out
anyway, I don't think we're going to have to worry.
Did you go out there in the rain this week and put on emo music or a couple of weeks ago?
Literally, like, I think it was last week. We had like a proper little downpour one day, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm still going to go out there."
I love a gym playlist.
And I put on our emo gym playlist.
Early 2000s.
It rained. I wasn't really feeling it, but I was like, do you know what? Listening to emo music in the rain, putting myself through pain. This is about as relevant as it gets. Like, I quite liked it. That kind of got me through.
How funny! Yeah. Anyway, that's a lot of fitness talk. Wowzers.
But that's kind of. I think we've already highlighted that we've had a weekend of being quite boozy, quite chilled, quite relaxed, eating good food. But the flip side is we work really, really hard. We are healthy and focused on it. We've never been healthier, never been fitter. Well, I certainly haven't anyway. Ben, you're certainly getting that way as well.
I only have one comparison and that was, I was unhappy at that time. Because if you look at our YouTube, maybe our Instagram and stuff like that, people might think that we are just nuts.
Yeah, party
that's
people.
All we do.
Couldn't be fair. I think we're quite boring. Quite funny. I think we're quite tame.
Literally, Monday to Thursday this week, and it's normally Monday to bloody Saturday. We have a copy and paste our meals.
Yep.
And we have the same salad every day for lunch. We have almost the same dinner every day.
Every day.
And the same snack of a protein bar and a cup of tea.
We make sure that we've drank our 2 to 3 litres of water.
And people think we're like, oh, you guys are welcome. We're like, come join us on a Tuesday.
Come stay with us, and you'll suddenly see we're probably not the crazy people that people think we might be. It is funny, isn't it? But that's what happens that's what happens when you judge people based on their Instagram. Yeah. Because if we only put we've said it before, we only do content, we only put things out there if we think it's in any way interesting. Yeah. Which basically means that 90% of the time you don't get to see what we're doing because we don't really think it's very interesting.
Yeah, and some people have asked, even Ed asked today, you're not doing videos at the moment, you're not doing vlogs. And it's just because everyone's doing the same thing. We could have vlogged today. We did say we could have vlogged today because obviously we left the island. We did a little trip. We were out on the mopeds. We could have done a clickbait. We're leaving Ibiza.
Well, exactly. We could have easily done that, but actually, my commitment today was for us to have a bit of a relax and a bit of a switch off and stuff. Day. And
I hardly looked at my phone. That was nice.
No, it was nice. Really, really good to just sort of go and be. And we went to 3 different beaches and had a really nice meal and nice to just hang out with some friends. Boats. So many boats.
So many lovely boats.
Beautiful
There's
boats.
some nice super yachts in Ibiza town at the moment, which were non-existent last year. So it's showing a bit of change, which is lovely. So many restaurants opening. I won't list them all like last week.
I know, people don't care.
Oh, I bet they do though.
They don't.
Can you name it? Okay, can we just say one thing? What are you most looking forward to opening soon?
That isn't already open?
That isn't open right now.
Pikes.
Correct.
Pikes opens
the 20th
in 1 week.
Less than.
And we're there a week after it opens.
Absolutely.
So they've got a week to Get over the rustiness.
Get ready for us. Cause
they've got a week to
Pikes
get ready.
ain't ready for us.
Pikes is fully ready for us.
It better be.
Because as we've said, we are tame and boring and we'll be in bed by 10 p.m. every night.
Oh, yeah, all right, you can. I'm fine with a party. I'm ready for it though. I am excited. I say that right now. I'm not ready for it. If I was going tomorrow, I'd be like, I feel like a bowl of jelly.
Well, yeah, because we haven't.
Give
prepared.
me 3 days, and I'll probably be like, I'm ready for it again. I just need that balance. 3 days on, 3 days off.
We've got 2 weeks.
And then there's one more day in the week which I can do something else with.
We've got 2 weeks.
I'm ready.
What
are we going to do on the pod?
We don't know yet. Still open to suggestions.
I might message them and see if we can film it somewhere fun.
m&t podcast@gmail.com. Any thoughts on what we should do?
Is it not the m&t podcast@gmail.com?
Yep.
Well done, mate.
Anyway, shall we go into question time?
Question time!
Lovely.
Matt and Tiff's question time.
Alright, slightly different this week. Question time is Tiflar didn't get any questions.
No one sent me questions. I don't think they like me anymore.
But you said you were going to look up just weird things to ask on a podcast.
Weird questions.
Go for it.
And I've got the first one on the list. Is cereal soup? Why or why not?
No, it's not.
Why not?
Because soup is savoury. End of. There you go. Question answered.
Fair.
Move on. Is cereal soup?
What's in
No, stop. Because I'm going to have follow-up questions. What's your favourite soup?
I do like a classic Heinz tomato.
Okay. Here's an interesting one, and I'd love to know how you feel about this, and I'd love to know how our listeners feel about this, because I always thought this was normal until I did this at university.
Oh, no, it's not normal. Are you talking about putting tomato soup on pasta?
No. Oh, it's funny that you look at it that way. Because exactly that. So you look at it as putting tomato soup on pasta.
Yes.
I'm looking at it as putting pasta in tomato soup.
Oh, no. The pasta.
Much like, you know how like in a minestrone, you like it adds texture. It's a solid within.
How much pasta would you put in a bowl of soup?
Like a cup, half a cup.
There's quite a difference between a cup and a half a cup.
Well, the majority of the texture is soup.
Ah.
You don't. It's not putting a bit of tomato soup on.
Is the pasta cooked or is it like croutons?
No, it's yeah, that would be disgusting. No, it's cooked. See, weirdly, like
I see it the other way around. Like you're putting passata.
That used to be like. I don't think it was at all regular, but I do remember as sort of like kids every night. I think it was probably just an easy cheat meal that my mum used to put together because it was like, well, that'll do.
Take a breath. Fucking hell.
And that's what. So at uni every now and again, I'd be like, it's having soup, but with some fucking like substance to it. Bit of penne, just a bit of penne.
And then why don't you just get a tin tomatoes and make a tomato pasta?
Because you're at university.
I've never been to university.
You went
I went
to
to the University of Life.
Anyway, so thank you for your soup answer. What's your favourite cereal?
Crunchy Nut or Cocoa Shreddies.
Okay, nice. You can't go wrong with Crunchy Nut, can you?
Love a Crunchy Nut. When we had a high carb day, I just had 2 bowls of Crunchy Nut and it was wonderful.
That's
and
lovely.
So much milk.
When a treat day, when you properly plan in a high carb treat day and you go, fuck it, I'm just going to eat a box of cereal.
We've done it with donuts before as well. We just had donuts and that's nice.
But I'm with you. Crunchy Nut, I think if there was a box of Crunchy Nut cornflakes here right now, I reckon I could probably eat a whole box in one sitting.
Yeah, but you'd have to share, so...
Get a box each?
That's true. Yeah.
Happy
What's
days.
invisible but you wish people could see?
Farts.
Why would you want to see that?
So that you know who fucking did it. Can you imagine if farts were visible?
What would they look like?
Purple, green, blue.
Clouds.
I'd like to think...
Like a comedy.
Like, like smoke bombs.
Yeah.
Like that kind
like
of neon,
cartoon.
really high coloured. And how different...
Would the colour be related to the smell?
Yes, I think, so you'd know, that one's a bit purple. They had lasagna yesterday.
What the fuck?
But don't you think society as a whole would be so different if you could see people's farts. Imagine how different... Imagine people on public transport that are quite happy to sort of sneak a little one out because they have to. You wouldn't. I think a lot of people would be very, very ill.
Very, very ill.
I think people would be really, really sick.
This podcast is going to be called Fitness Farts and a Bottle of Wine.
Or, write that down because we'll forget that. Either people would be very, very ill because they're more likely to hold it in because of the stigma attached to my visible fart. Or farting would be more socially acceptable because of that reason, which is like, well, listen, there's no hiding it. So you got to do it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're gonna make yourself unwell. So that is the invisible thing that I wish people could see.
That's quite...
Is there a better answer to that than farts?
I was going to say something like, how much I love you.
You're a fucking idiot. That's disgusting. Move on. Is that invisible? I think you can show someone.
Love is invisible.
Love is a many splendid thing.
Oh, don't. We'll be watching Moulin Rouge. What is the weirdest smell you've ever smelled?
Farts.
Do you know what smells weird? The salt flats.
They do because it's sulphur, which is farts.
Oh, no way!
Yeah. That's why they smell weird.
Oh,
yeah, because it's the same
way.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, move on. Is hot dog a sandwich? Why or why not?
No,
It's in
not.
bread. It's something in bread.
A sandwich is two separate pieces of bread, bottom and top. Isn't it? A hot dog is one individual piece of bread and it envelops a piece of meat.
I do love a hot dog.
If you
like
could,
a bratwurst.
right now,
in a tiger.
Right now, would you have a burger or a hot dog?
Burger.
What kind of burger? What's on it?
Big one.
What's on it?
I'm going to Kangaroo and I am having a Tipsy Texan burger, which has pulled pork and barbecue sauce.
It's a chicken burger, isn't it?
No.
Is it not?
No. It's a beef burger.
It's a beef burger.
With pulled pork on top and barbecue sauce.
I'm all about beef burgers over chicken burgers.
Yes.
Great. Next question.
What is the most ridiculous...
Can I just stop here for
These
a second?
are great.
I just want to remind our listeners, this is the sort of shit question we like to be sent. I fear we've got to 48 episodes and people have gone, there are no questions left.
There are. I found them all.
Exactly. If you've got a stupid question that are very much in line with what Tiff's throwing out there right now, fucking send it. We'll answer it.
What's the best Wi-Fi name you've seen? There's some good ones.
Do you know what? I don't think personally I've ever really experienced some of the really good ones.
You've seen like in a tweet.
You get people that share that like your next door neighbour has put on like join this and I will murder you or something, and there
are good ones.
I don't think I've ever seen or joined a specifically very good Wi-Fi.
Fair.
That's a shit question.
Sorry, what is something that everybody looks stupid doing?
The funky chicken dance. That's obvious. No one looks good.
Getting off a tender boat.
Getting off a tender boat. Today. Yeah, we saw that today. No one looks. On
glacial.
Here's one. Nobody looks good getting on a lilo.
What do you mean?
Have you ever seen someone get on a lilo and gone, fucking hell, they nailed that?
Apart from you jumping onto my wings on the wedding week.
You still don't look good doing it though.
No.
Do you? No one looks cool.
That's a good answer.
I think so.
This is why I do the questions and you do the answers. In 40 years, what do you think people will be nostalgic for?
COVID.
Privacy?
I think people will miss
privacy.
Social distancing. Yeah. Social distancing should have been introduced a long, long time ago. I love hanging out with people, but I love personal space. What's good is that I don't work with the public anymore, and I think that's what made me hate the breach of personal space.
I just think, why?
I don't think we'll be
Do
nostalgic.
you know what I don't miss? Being in a bar or a restaurant, being in a bar because you're standing, and a guy moving past you, but for some reason they have to touch your waist to do so.
Well, this is the thing that I think this has helped, is doing that right now is technically illegal. Or it's at least very, very frowned upon and is a breach of...
Why do guys do that anyway?
Yeah. Do you know what? I don't
Please do not guide my body...
Yeah.
To get... Like, guys wouldn't do that when they're passing a group of guys. They just shuffle their shoulders through. You don't have to touch someone's waist and move past
Those are
them.
the sorts of things that I think have been brought forward and been made far more attention of in recent years as very subtle but just as relevant sort of
bullshit that we have to
inappropriateness
deal with
and sort of the sexual harassment. It doesn't have to be that they necessarily do anything.
They're not doing it. I know they're not doing it maliciously.
No, it's not malicious, but it's still not appropriate.
But it's still not appropriate. Absolutely.
No.
What kind of secret society would you like to start?
I don't know. I don't think I do.
You don't want to. No, you don't want to manage anything, do you?
No, I mean, no.
If all animals could talk, quickfire, clearly. If all animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
Probably the chimpanzee.
I think they'd be cheeky.
I think they'd be quite rude. It's no surprise that I think that, because they are our closest relatives.
True.
And we're quite rude.
We are pretty rude.
So and they are just another. I mean, chimpanzees will shit in their own hand and throw it at you. So if they're willing to do that, I've been to the zoo. I've seen a chimpanzee wank. There's a little soundbite for you.
I've been to the
zoo. I've seen a chimpanzee wank.
Lovely.
Right? If an animal is willing to do that, imagine if it could talk.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything that could be ruder. I think some kind of because we watched Finding Nemo and Finding Dory.
Do you know what I'd also quite like to think is that a very majestic, beautiful, say like black horse that is just black beauty. But then it comes trotting up to you and goes,
prick.
"All right, dickhead."
Yeah. Why has it got John McGovern's voice?
Wow, he's the rudest human on earth. So.
Nice. What's the best type of cheese?
Cheddar.
You uncultured swine.
I'm going with cheddar because it's so versatile. It's not only a wonderful, to accompany other things, melted on top of, say, pasta inside tomato soup, but also just slices of that damn stuff. I mean, I'm addicted.
That's why we can't have cheese in the house.
I'm not allowed blocks.
I can't have brie in the house.
I can't have blocks of cheese in the house because...
I want some brie.
I want some cheddar.
You tried deep fried brie, didn't you?
Do you know what? I've tried loads of stuff recently.
You had sea bass today.
Today, I ordered sea bass. Now, a lot of people will be like, big deal. I have never eaten fish in my life.
Off the bone?
Off the bone.
Fish in general?
It took me up until I was probably about the age of 21, 22 before I liked fish and chips.
Yes.
Then I kind of got used to that because it's just surrounded in batter and it's covered in salt and vinegar and it's lovely. I don't mind a little bit of tuna, but I never order fish. And actually, for most of my life, I've been anti-fish. Today,
I don't think it's because of the taste. I think it's because of the food admin.
There was, to be honest, there was a little bit more admin involved today than I was pleased with. I did have to remove meat from the in order to eat
You
it.
have to do that with a chicken.
That's true.
We eat chicken wings many times.
That's true. But the bone in chicken is just one big chunky bone.
Yeah,
the bones in today's sea bass.
I tasted your fish. I don't know why.
I offered it and you said no.
I know. I just thought.
But yeah, big. That's a big moment in my life today.
You had a whole fish.
First time in my life, I've ordered the fresh fish of the day.
I would like to congratulate you on that because now we can have fish on the barbecue.
We can.
I'm ready for it.
And yeah, as you say, only a month or so ago, I had deep fried brie, and I usually don't like brie either. I don't really like soggy cheese. I like a hard cheese.
Yeah, but when it's deep fried with a cranberry.
Do you know what? Deep fry anything, I'll eat
Go
it.
back to tapas soon.
There's not a thing on the planet that if you deep fried, I wouldn't eat.
Calamari.
TV remote.
What the fuck? Where did that come from?
Anything.
How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
Oh, see, these are the types of questions that I think separate this podcast from so many others. No one is asking anybody that.
Because
no one gives a shit about the answer. But now, Tiflar, anyone who is still listening is going, that's a good question. So, I'm going to give our listeners just a moment right now. I want them to think.
Can you message us the number and send us a chicken emoji?
Yes. So, there you go. That's this week's emoji. You can send it via email to themntpodcast@gmail.com with your number of chickens. Shut up!
Sorry.
And tell me whether you agree with what I'm about to say. Because this is the thing. We have now sparked a thought in at least 4 or 5 people's heads. And they're thinking, good question, Tiflar. How many chickens could kill an elephant? My first question back to you. How big's the elephant?
It's a full-grown elephant.
Male or female?
I don't think that makes a difference.
I think it does. They have tusks.
Oh.
And male elephants have bigger tusks.
Female.
Female elephant, fully grown adult.
Has babies to protect.
Oh. But so which elephant are the chickens trying to kill? The baby or the mother? Is this a isolated elephant?
I think this has gone too far.
Well, I need to know the details. Is it an isolated elephant?
It's mummy elephant being attacked, but she's got a family.
Okay. Fine. But is she on her own?
Yeah.
Cool. Because
she's still got a family.
It's very different if you're talking how many chickens could kill a herd of elephants. Very different.
Well, yes, because you'll need to multiply the chickens per elephant.
Single individual female elephant.
African elephant.
Are the chickens hens or cocks?
50-50.
Okay, cool. Again, our listeners are now thinking, well, that changes things up slightly. I'm going to say that you need at least 200 or 300 female hens.
That's half and half.
And I think you're going to need,
Well, you have to match, because I've said half and half.
Oh, okay, so 200 or 300 cocks as well. Lucky elephant.
Oh, dear.
God. So I'm saying between 400 to 600 chickens.
That's a lot of fucking chickens, isn't it?
But
do you know what I see in my head? Like Chicken Run?
What, are they like catapulting themselves at this elephant?
I just feel like they're planning it, and you've got the geek with the glasses and the bobble hat, the beanie, who was the smart one.
I would like people to either agree with me or disagree with me. Send us via email the chicken emoji and tell me, well, how many chickens do you think could kill an elephant?
That's quite a good one.
Can you do one more, and then I feel as if we need to sort of wrap up question time, because this is ridiculous.
I'm keeping this because this is a great page. There's so many. Which body part do you wish you could detach, and why?
I would love to be able to remove my... Permanently, or can I put it back?
You can put it back. I'll allow it.
So it's just detachable.
Yes, I need to save this page. There's so many great questions.
It's funny because while we were at the beach today, we saw a guy with a prosthetic leg, didn't we?
And he did remove it.
He removed it to go, but he was quite cool about it. He literally
so cool about it.
was like, we saw him sort of on the promenade near the beach, and he had we've said before on the pod, if we had to lose anything, we'd lose a leg, because you can get a decent prosthetic.
Yeah, really cool prosthetics.
He had a properly carbon fibre, very modern, properly good leg. Anyway, later on we saw him at the beach, and he did literally just sort of whip his leg off, hand it to a mate, and then just throw himself in the sea.
It was amazing.
And then when he got out of the sea and he's hopping around, his mates had hidden his leg. And I think that's actually quite funny. I'd like to think that if I lost a leg, I've got mates that are cool enough that they'd hide it from time to time.
Yeah, that you had to go and find it.
So I'm going to go with that.
You'd remove a leg.
Knowing that I can put it back.
Yes, you can put it back.
I don't think there's really anything else that's good.
I would do like Harry Potter. I would remove an ear so I could listen in on other people's conversations about them. No, do you know they dangle their ear?
Did they remove that from somebody?
No,
or is that just...
No, but
you're just making shit up?
No, but...
So what you're saying is you can detach
Excuse me, shut up! I am detaching my own ear
And it still works.
And it still works, so I can listen in on people's
In
conversations.
that case, I'll take my eyes out.
So you can...
I didn't realise it still worked whilst detached from
Where
my
are you
body.
going to leave them?
You don't know. That's the point.
Oh, that would be weird. What if I just found a set of eyes?
Well, you'd go, fucking hell, Matt, not again.
Not again.
And then you'd come out and you'd find me in a separate room with fucking 2 holes in my fucking head going, just fucking waving around.
Yes, that would be weird.
These are stupid questions.
Oh, yeah, I've done now. You told me to do no more.
Okay, let's end question time there.
Did you have any questions? You
Do
had
know
some
what?
on your phone.
Maybe I did. Let's have a quick look.
Well, that was random, but I very much enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
well, welcome back. I needed to take a little break there, and I'm sure that our listeners probably did as well. I did just very quickly have a look. I did get sent some questions this week, but I'm going to save them. They'll get answered at another time. I just don't feel as if, following your marvellous questions, that they would do any justice. So I'm going to save them for another time.
That's a good idea. We should have done yours first.
Yeah, maybe. But hopefully that's sparked a little inspiration in our listeners again.
That's the kind of question I want to answer.
We used to get that kind of shit. And this is the thing. I think 48 episodes in, it's fair enough. People have gone, I'm not really sure whether I should ask this or not. Fucking ask it.
It's better.
We'll still answer it.
Yeah.
I've talked at length now
About farts.
And if that's what the people want, that's what the people get.
I don't want that.
Even if they don't want it, that's what the people get.
Yeah.
So instead, I thought that we'd get to a point where we can start wrapping up the pod. What's ahead for you this week? Like, any plans?
Yeah.
What do you want to achieve? What do you want to achieve in the coming week?
I would like to feel productive.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to feel like I've not been in the house all week also.
Yep. So you want to get out and about?
Out and about, but also do a lot of work. So that's quite difficult. But maybe that means we go somewhere for half a day and I work from somewhere that has a different view.
We've said this, like...
I do work away from home, but...
You do, but I think, especially now that the weather's a bit better and so many more places are open, I think it needs to be a part of your scheduling and your routine each week to go, okay, that day I'm going to go out and just for like... you've been to places here just in town where you've gone for like 2 hours to maybe 3 hours. You've had a couple of coffees, but you've taken your laptop, the Wi-Fi's good, and you get some work done. The view is of the sea and the beach, and you can people watch between your tasks and stuff. And I actually think it makes you more productive because it's a change of scenery.
It does. I got quite a lot done. I went to... That was this week. Jeez. I went to the Kevin and Perry place.
You did. The little house where they stayed.
Restaurant. Yeah, I went to... it's now Marina Bistro. It's changed owners. And yeah, I sat... That's why you're on your bike ride. I sat there for 2 hours. I'm now having iced coffees. Summer is here.
It's warm enough. Iced coffee.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Cortado con hielo.
Cortado. Well, what's a cortado?
It's like a short... It's basically an espresso with a bit of milk in.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
So you know what you're ordering, but you don't actually know what it is.
Well, it's espresso sized.
It's espresso sized, but it's a double espresso. It's
With
double
a
the
dash of
size.
milk.
Yeah, basically.
And then
what?
Hielo.
Hielo.
It's
ice.
It's spelled with a H, but it's a what you say it like a Y. Hielo.
Cortado with ice.
Yeah. I have iced coffees.
Nice.
Which means summer is here.
It does.
I always order a big bottle of sparkling water and a coffee, and I probably have maybe 2 coffees while I'm there. A couple of hours.
And you get your stuff done, don't you?
And yeah, I watch people around. I feel a bit.
And the great thing
happier
is here in town,
I'm solar powered.
Like places like that coffee will cost you just a couple of euros.
Yeah, $1.50 for a coffee.
And it's just lovely. And so I think that's a worthy investment of your time and a few euros.
Yeah, my bill was €5.
Yeah. For 2 hours work.
Yeah, because I didn't need to eat because I don't eat
so
breakfast.
I think, and so maybe commitment for you this week then. You want to get a lot of work done, you want to be productive, but you also want to get out and about. let's get out. We can, whether you do that a little bit on your own while I'm doing bike rides, or whether we do it together, let's go to other places and you can do some work away from home.
Lovely. Yeah, let's do that.
The office is great, but in the winter, except it's the coldest room in the house. But you don't always have to be in the house to get your work done. That's kind of almost the purpose of your job.
For sure.
We've said this, we've almost done too good a job of making our home so comfortable, because it's really easy for you to be in the office, which is a lovely space. You've got really good, strong Wi-Fi. You've got a house husband who brings you coffee whenever you ring the bell. And it's really easy, as we said right at the beginning of the pod, it's really easy of an evening for us to just go, let's settle down, and we stick the TV on, and it's only like 7 p.m. But that
shouldn't be the case.
That's not here, it shouldn't, because at 7 p.m. the weather is beautiful, the town is still open, there's still things to do.
Yeah, definitely.
So
we went out on a 9 p.m. walk.
It's just about changing routine. It's just about changing up the routine, because that's just what we're used to at the moment after winter and sort of a bit of a shitty spring. But it's summer now, and we can change it up.
Yeah, it's quite funny, because even Ed said today, he's like, since the sun's been out, like, he noticed how my mood changes. And I always joke that I'm so
when other people notice that you're a grumpy bitch at certain times, it shows that, yes, you do need to get out and about.
I'm not sure that was...
I'm pretty sure that's what Ed said.
No, he didn't. I don't think he'd call me a grumpy bitch. No, but he actually noticed that my mood changes when
you're
it's sunny.
So much happier when the sun's out.
Oh yeah, so much happier. So that's why we're going to go to Bali in March next year.
Yeah, we're still planning next year's
month
away.
Fingers crossed.
When it's dark and miserable in Ibiza.
Nice.
We're just going to get out.
Yeah.
Good.
Ready for it.
Good.
What else you got?
Well, that's it. I just wanted to sort of find out what your plans are for the week ahead.
What are your plans?
I'm going to do plenty of bike riding. I'm going to do all of my workouts. I'm going to eat well. I'm going to go into... We are hoping to go out for at least one dinner this week.
At least.
Well, we're going to go to Cangarake, which it's one of our favourites. We've talked about it. I feel
like we talked about it last week and we didn't end up going.
Well, we've talked about it plenty, and we've talked about it on this pod as well. It's one of our favourite places. It's 5 minutes out of town. It opened this weekend and we didn't get the chance to go.
No.
So we're hoping that we can get there this week, because it's amazing. We love it. They love us.
They inspired us on our weird hot sauce thing.
They started the hot sauce revolution.
But they like us, yeah, so it might... Yeah.
So I'm hoping we'll get there this week. And as I say, I want to keep it simple. We're still doing little jobs in the house and stuff, which are going quite well.
Yeah.
Couple of little jobs in the house, couple of bike rides, all of my gym workouts. If that's this week, then happy days.
Happy days. It's always a happy day with you.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, here is to being able to see people's farts, having pasta in your soup, and how many chickens can kill an elephant.
Who cares?
What a great pod.
Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Well, there's only one more between now and Pikes. We'll probably film it on the wrong day next week, but we'll figure it out.
Listen, it's what people have signed up for.
And,
they know that we're just cocking it up every week.
We'll see you next time.
We shall.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Bye!
Bye!